Hey guys, Dan here with Battlefield Curator. Have you heard of the Civilian Marksmanship Program? The Civilian Marksmanship Program, or CMP, they sell a lot of surplus, American surplus weapons and items for really cheap. Like, half the price of what you could probably get something if you were to go to a store. So why is it then that some people just don't buy from the CMP? They don't want to buy a M1 Garand from the CMP. Well, I'm going to go over those reasons in this video, and let me know if you're one of those guys that's on the fence about it. And I got a video in the description here, and I'll link it up here to how you can actually get an M1 Garand from the CMP. The first reason why some people don't want to buy an M1 Garand from the CMP is they think it's too good to be true. They don't believe that there's an organization out there that sells M1 Garands for really, really cheap, like $650 to $750 at the cheapest. And even then, they would think to themselves, well, they have to be in horrible, non-shootable condition, right? No, they're in shootable condition at $650. This one here, I got for $800, and it's in really good condition, and it shoots just fine. Some people just don't believe it. They don't want to believe it, and they kind of just say, there's no way. All right, number two. Some people that have heard about the CMP still don't want to buy from the CMP because they don't want to do the paperwork. Yes, there are certain requirements that you have to meet to be eligible to purchase an M1 Garand, other rifles and ammo and accessories from the CMP. When it comes down to it, you have to pretty much be a part of an organization, like a shooting organization, a club, sort of say, that specializes in marksmanship. And the other requirement is you have to have some kind of shooting background. So I think people just get stumped on those. They don't know where to go for those. Like I said, if you want to find out how you can buy an M1 Garand from the CMP for really cheap and meet those requirements, I've got a video in the description. All right, some people don't buy an M1 Garand from the CMP because they just don't know about it. They probably haven't been in the surplus world for very long, or they just don't know anybody talking about the CMP, and they just kind of go about their lives. They don't really probably do enough research, and they're not part of enough groups to really know about the CMP. So there's some people out there that just don't know about it. There's people that'll post on Facebook groups, "Oh, I never knew that this organization existed." It's like, yeah, this organization's been around for quite a long time. Many decades. So another reason why some people don't buy from the CMP is they just go impulse buy a M1 Garand from a retail store. They see a M1 Garand there. It's the rifle they've always wanted, and it's there in the store. It's available, and it's there for $1,700, and they say, ooh, that's a lot of money, but I think it's worth it, so they'll just buy it right then and there. Chances are that same M1 Garand probably came from the CMP. Probably came from the CMP pretty recently too. That's because some people are a little shisty and they'll go to the CMP and they'll pretty much try to make a little bit of money off that same rifle by selling it at a local store or something. Well, unbeknownst to that consumer, that collector that just bought that Garand, he did not do any research on M1 Garands. He did not look up anything online. He probably doesn't even know what the M1 Garand is really all about, and just said, hey, I want that eventually, and it showed up in a store and he bought it. So some people just don't do the research and to find out about the CMP before impulse buying an M1 Garand. One reason that kind of stumps me of why people don't want to buy an M1 Garand from the CMP is because some people say,
oh, well, they mix match the parts.
Okay, well, so a lot of military weapons that stayed in military service throughout decades have gone through re-arsenal programs and have mix-match parts. So it's not uncommon to find many other military surplus rifles with mix-match parts. Some people are just really picky and they want an all-matching M1 Garand right out the bat, right out the gate. And it's like they want something. They probably want something that's World War II, and when you find early World War II one, to be period correct, it should have a gas trap, which you can't find anyway. So, in my opinion, I think you should just go and get an M1 Garand from the CMP you're gonna pay $650 to $750 for one in like that's a field grade or a rack grade, and if you're looking in the $1,000 range, you're gonna probably get a service grade. A little bit more than that, you're probably gonna get expert grade. And so I mean, you could do that and come out with a M1 Garand. Might have mixed match parts. Who cares? Go there in person, buy a few more throughout the next 2 or 3 years, and you could take those parts off of those other ones that you got, and put them on your one Garand that you originally got, and make that period correct if you really wanted to. And the last reason here why people don't want to buy M1 Garand from the CMP is they might have heard about it, they know about it, they just don't feel like doing it. They're just kind of waiting, It took me about a couple years to actually get the requirements done and to actually go there and buy M1 Garand from the CMP. I waited for about 2 years, but I knew about it. I knew it was available. I was in the military when I heard about it. There was a fellow that worked with us, and he told me about it. And I looked it up, and I was very surprised. But at the same time, I was just waiting, And I think there's a lot of people that are on the fence about it. They might know about it, but they're just waiting for the right time, maybe waiting for finances. Maybe they're just waiting to finally sit down and get the paperwork done and go through the process of doing it. So yeah, there's a lot of people that just are, they're not there yet in their mindset just yet. So like I said, that was me for about 2 years, and then I finally did it, and I was very glad I did it. And since then, I've been going just about once every year. So yeah, it's a really great place to go to. It's only 4 hours from me. Some people might not have that luxury, where they can probably just do the mail order option. And like I said before, if you want to see the video on how to get an M1 Garand from the CMP for really cheap, I've linked it in the description. It's going to be up here. So I want to know, are you guys on the fence about getting an M1 Garand from the CMP? Have you looked into the CMP? Just waiting, like I did for a while. How was your first M1 Garand experience if you already got one from the CMP? Let me know in the comments section. And if you don't mind, I appreciate it if you pulverize that like button and subscribe for the algorithms. It really helps out with the channel, and I really appreciate you guys. And as I always like to say, be sure to learn history and curate history. Make it a great day.